Ah, woo, it's already Tuesday. What's up? What's up? What's
What's
up?
up? Yes.
Oh man, welcome to In Black, a IME Inc. program where we talk about LGBTQ ish with a bunch of black folks. My name is Peach. I am the founder and the director of I Am Me, and I can't wait to make our major announcement soon, but
Yeah.
not tonight. But I'm glad y'all joining us. Tonight's topic is a light one considering what we were going to discuss.
Uh-oh.
We don't have a full panel tonight, but that's okay. We still have a great
Mhm.
time when we come
Yeah.
together. As usual, all the views here are of the panels is not necessarily affiliated or associated with IME Inc. So feel free to say what you like, panel. And if you are watching, please share the live and type in the comments. We'll drop the link later so you could come up and share your thoughts. Maybe we might even drop the link since it's not a lot of panelists, and you could
Right.
just come on up and give us your perspective from wherever you are, whether you're heterosexual or
Mm-hmm.
whatever your orientation identity is. So, panel, say hello. How y'all
Hello.
doing? How
Good
y'all
evening,
feeling?
everybody. Good evening.
I think tonight's topic is going to be good. It's a fun one. So, it's a good one, right, y'all?
Yeah, of course. They all
All
good.
right. So it's
Oh,
light. So tonight's topic is mask versus film. And why are we divided when it comes to that? If you are an ally to the community, you may not know that we have the clash of the titans when it comes to being masculine and feminine within the LGBTQ plus community. You guys are probably like, what is the big deal about this topic? Trust I know, because some of my heterosexual friends were like, why are y'all discussing this? Well, because we have an issue within our community
all
when it
right.
comes to this.
Exactly.
And y'all may not know that because y'all not with them, but y'all going to get an insider tonight.
Yes.
So before we start, let me go into the brand wall. I don't think I changed. Actually, I will not go into the ad wall because I did not change the blogs. So please head to our mobile app and the website imecorp.org. I'm not going to go there tonight. We have a brand new blog out. It's our politics blog. I wish I should have been
Hmm.
able to pull up
Hmm.
our actual app.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll go to it anyway. Let's see if I can change anything in the ad wall.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because we do. Look at Zay up there posing. Zay up there posing. All right, so if you are watching, let's see if I could change it in real time. You can actually see our merch. Get your t-shirt. Also, you can see that we have blogs. These are our previous blogs. I'm trying to upload the photos of the current blog, to which I don't see them at the moment, but it's a political blog. And what else is up there? Oh, Dre, you can unmute and tell them about our actual event.
Well, I wasn't muted. I was just trying to signal to Zay that I need a refill on my drink. Um, if you focus next to Donna, you'll see that the Canvas and Cocktails is coming up on Saturday, May the 10th, 2026,
Right
from
here.
6 p.m. until 10 p.m. Or 6 p.m. until that's at 8 p.m. This will be at the Fate Gallery, 227 North Market Street, downtown Wilmington, Loma District, here in the city of Wilmington, Delaware. Listen, let me just make this point clear. Tickets on sale. Y'all got another week.
Get them while they hot.
Get them while you can. If they ain't bought it in the next week, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. I mean, we got a couple other things coming up, but I mean, so the canvas and cocktails, what's included? You get your canvas, you get your paint, you get your paint brushes. If you know that you're messy, you get a apron. You get your water to rinse your brushes. You get a signature drink In fact, we have two different ones being created by Delaware's own mix master, uh, K Jonas. And we
Mm.
also have the wine flowing and light fare, which means if you know you greedy, eat before you show up.
Oh my God, y'all are a mess.
Hit that QR code. Hit up imecorp.org. Get your tickets today, not tomorrow, today, not next week, today. But if it's not bought by next show, we might have to push this one to the side and try something different. But we're going to make it work how it works. Why? Because we are in black. Oh, and by the
Yes.
way, you can meet and greet the cast of In Black at the Kaime.
Right.
And you don't want to miss us in your presence. The
Exactly.
falls.
I know that's right, because we are more wild in person. Oh my goodness.
Especially when them drinks
Uh,
get to flowing.
Hey.
also, wait a minute. On the side of me, wait a minute. On this side, that is the blog for the week.
Okay.
Shift in the landscape, LGBTQ plus rights and state ID laws. So you might want to read that, especially if you're a part of the trans community. You could read this blog on our website, imecorp.org, or you could go and download the mobile app and take advantage of everything. Pay for your event tickets, get your merch, and read the blogs. All of them are there. So new blogs every week. We are awake and we are back. And please, like Andre said, get your tickets because they are selling. They are selling. So get them. Get them now. So let's get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is Masc versus film. Why are we still divided? Now, like I said at the top of the show, our community, we have an issue with people's identity, whether they identify as being masculine or feminine for some reason. We also have issues with them inside of relationships and their roles. So it's so funny and amazing when I first entered the community and I really realized it just smacked me in my face. I'm like, wait a minute, why are we doing this to each other when the world already does this shit to us? So we're gonna have
Exactly.
this discussion. Um, first off, let's start by talking about exactly what do you consider yourself? Like, I'll start first. I'm a femme, I guess, because of my clothes and my hair and um but I do have a little bit of masculinity in me. I can't say that much. I do use a little bit more testosterone than the average woman. I'm gonna leave it there. Donna, what are you? You know what?
I'm masculine centered. Very, very, very masculine in my presence, and also as far as like what I wear. But as far as in the bed, I go both ways. And as far as my hygiene, I'm very feminine. I know I'm a woman. I know my body parts is all women, but I definitely dress masculine, very masculine.
Okay. What about you, Dre?
Well, I mean, I'm masculine all day, but I gotta, I like to make sure I'm masculine, but I'm cute. We're gonna keep
Hey,
we're gonna keep it real classy. I'm masculine, but I'm cute. I keep my hair cut. I make sure my nails and my feet stay done because I'm always out and I'm always in public. I make sure my breath is on point. My hygiene is on point because I don't like people coming to me stinking.
right.
Oh my God. Zay.
1,000%. No, you can't be stinking near me.
Oh
Same thing.
I
Lord.
don't know. I'm both. It depends on my mood or the setting or just pretty much overall how I feel at the moment.
Okay. Go you, Zay. Go,
Yeah.
go. Oh my God. You know what? That was so easy for each one of us to say, but we all know within our community, for the people that's watching now and will watch later, some people actually have a hard time trying to pinpoint exactly what they are,
Mhm.
whether they're masked, feminine, or they just might not be either. You have that option in our community to be non-binary. So so one of my first question, since we talking about exactly who we are, and no one's really no one said non-binary on here, and if you're watching, that's a person that's neither gender. You don't subscribe to the black and white theology. Is just what it is. I'm just existing. So my first question of the night: do you feel, or did you feel like you had to pick a side to fit in this community? Did you have to say, you know what, let me just get on this side because it's safer over here? I'm just more comfortable over here. Or was you pushed over to the side you was on? Where Donna, was you once a film and you just said, you know what? Let me just shift over here because it just comes. What about you, Dre? Was you feminine? Did you had it pop your lip gloss popping in your wig? Like, what
No.
happened?
Mm-mm.
Donna, go.
I I was always a tomboy from yay high. I was beating up boys in public school. I was always, I didn't want to, like, my mom put me on dresses. I didn't want to be put in the dress. Um I know I always knew I was lesbian and but masculine, because like I said, I would do like the basketball, I would do like the baseball, I would do all the masculine sports. um and back in the day, now it's like women WNBA, a lot of them are masculine on WNBA too. But I always knew I was a tomboy. Always knew that I like girls, because I said in public school, I had a crush on one of my best friend's older sister. And I always knew, because I anytime I was in the dress and I had to wear a dress, as soon as I could, that dress was coming off. I didn't keep it on very long. So I always knew that I was masculine. It just in me. It's nothing that there's nothing feminine about me, but my that I know I'm a woman, and my hygiene and how I take care of myself.
So when that dress came off, did they tip you?
Thank you, Donna. Come on, Dre. Did you rock two ponytail, two afro puffs with your lipstick?
Oh, but I mean, I've had almost every hairstyle there was. I've done an afro. I rock my hair naturally curly because it is naturally curly when it grows out. I've had braids. I've had locks. Um, I've done almost. I've pressed my hair a couple times. When I was in when I was taking cosmetology classes, I did a boss bob on my shit. Um,
What?
so I went to a '90s party and we said we were going to be immature, and I'm the only one out of the group that knew how to damn sing. And Batman, if anybody remembers immature, the IMX era, they had this boss ass Chinese bob that flowed. And I was like, well, we're gonna be mature. We're gonna do the IMX era because that's, to me, that's when they grew into their whole sense of being. And so that's what we did. My friend did the joint with the glasses and the condom in the glasses, like Romeo would do when she had her hair. Instead of doing it bob, she did braids into it like a bob, like
Right.
Romeo did when they go on tour. My other friend did the LDB look with and LDB had the short looking joint. It was a good look. It was a good look. We had a good time doing it. And then for me, it was just practice anyway because I already knew like that Saturday I had to cut a bob and it was my first bob I had to cut. So hey, let's make it pop. My locks went right in after that because my hair was long. That's when I was getting ready to start my locks anyway. So I was like, hey, one good flow for another weekend. Let's do it. But I've always been masculine centered. I played sports. I love wrestling. I didn't do collegiate wrestling. We thought we was fucking WWE. So we were DDTing and power driving each other on concrete. We made our belts until the belts came out. We would make belts, and I didn't do. I played sports, but I didn't participate in sports because I found out money looks so much better in your pocket than a trophy on your shelf. So I've started working young, and then my grandfather owned a business, so I always worked with him. and helped him out. But you know, I wasn't. Yeah, I, nothing. The softest thing about me is the fact that I'm a Cancer and we emotional.
Hey,
But at the end of the day, you better hope that you keep that emotional going, because once that emotion ends, baby, and these claws get to going, it's a problem.
Zay, I see you up there.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I'm just being the fat ass right now. But you said, do you belong to either side? Was the question?
Did you ever feel like you had to pick a side, whether to be masculine or feminine when you was coming out? Did you feel pressure?
A little bit of both because I wanted to be like the giver and not the receiver. It was more like you got to be masked, but then the longer I was into being gay, I just decided I didn't care no more. So like I don't know, I might be outside at the club or something. I might decide I just want to start shaking my ass or something because the music is good and the song is good and I'm drunk. Or, I might want to be outside and play the boy that's like outside in the streets, with the boys hanging out on the block, kind of thing. So, a little bit of both.
Thank you, Zay. I don't know. For me, I was kind of confused in the beginning. I'm like, because I don't know about y'all, but when I was younger, I knew I was different, but I didn't have a concept of being a boy or a girl. I just was. Like the world had to kind of tell me, kept prompting me, like, oh yeah, you're a girl, you're a girl. I'm like, but I like trucks, I like this, I like that, a little bit of that. So I felt as I grew up, I was like, wait a minute, I gotta pick where I'm going with this, you know. And since my body was developing, and y'all done see I got all this stuff on my body, I'm like, well, I might as well just go that way because I got too much shit on this body to try to cover up. So let me go this way. And I can't afford all this plastic surgery. So let me just go this way. And I ain't wearing all that stuff, tying myself down. Yeah, it's just better to just go. You it ain't gonna work out for you being masculine. It's just not gonna work out. But that is my
I felt like it
answer.
was time to choose when it came to working too, because like I felt like desk jobs were for the feminine ones and the masculine ones. Me, like myself, I like to do low and receiving work. I might do some mechanic work. I like construction work. I like food. I don't really like. I can't see myself doing a desk job because I felt like that's when it separates like masculine from feminine.
right.
Sometimes it
Oh,
it, it depends.
Mhm.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this
And
conversation gonna get deep.
in a nail shop, it depends, because most CEOs straight fucking men.
Right.
Oh
Dude.
my god. I see straight men in the nail shop. I'm done.
Them Chinese people do them men be doing them nails.
And they are very infinite. They like their butts lit.
Lord. So my next question before I play my video, right? Because this video was interesting, y'all. So the next question is, do you feel like being too femme or too mask is still judged in 2026? Like in our community, do you see still a lot of judgment calls when it comes to it? If so, could you share with our audience, some of the things you heard and your thoughts about that being too femme, too mask? You can even venture off as to, even the dating side of it, of being too femme, too mask, and how that looks for us. I'm gonna start out with Dre.
Okay. I think everybody is now to a point where we have over gendered everything. If you're young and you like pastel colors, you're automatically gay. If you're a guy and you like to dance, you're automatically a feminine gay guy. Um, and like for me, my greatest joy was Miami, college in Miami, because down south, every dude in the south shakes their ass. They all dance. They don't just stand on the wall. I hate people who just stand on walls. Um, and so it's very for me. It was like oh my God, get me out of Delaware like ASAP because I like to dance. I love reggae music. I love winding my hips and grinding and all of that good stuff. Um, we don't get that here up north. It's like almost like you're automatically an eyeball. But same with to me like our families. I feel like we over gender too much stuff. So it's like like my cousin likes soft colors, and so automatically it was like, oh my God, like you don't want pink, you want blue because you're a boy. No, bitch, he wants pink because he's an individual. you know. Um, and so
Exactly.
I was always very big on that. A lot of times, even with growing up, like I've been doing mani pedis since I was 8. And it was like, oh my God, you get your nails done, you get your feet done, you damn the fuck right. Like, do you see your feet right now? Like, your shit's walking around here like 12 years a slave, and you got the audacity to get upset with me because my shit's done. Like, that's absolutely bonkers to me. You look like you're auditioning for Roots, the new generation. Like, so I'm very big on making sure that I'm presentable at all times. Like even tonight, I keep looking at this camera like, Dre, you should have shaved. Um, just because like to me like people gonna remember you based on how you present yourself and how you look and it's how your breath smell. Like people ain't gonna be around you if your breath smelling like shit. And so I'm very yeah, like when I was a smoker, I kept gum, I kept mints because I didn't want that smell. Because when smoke
Right.
fails, it turns your breath very harsh. And so I kept that. Even when I was a heavy drinker, I kept, gum and mints and things like that. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm always around somebody, and I never want to be in somebody's face, and they like, oh my God, what the fuck? So that was always my thing. And then my granddaddy always taught me like when you walk out this door, you're not representing just yourself, but you also representing me. And so he used to always tell us, like, make sure you look presentable when you're in these streets. And I'm the same way with like my son. I'm the same way with people I date. If you out in these streets, you representing me, just
Yep.
like I represent you. And the worst thing you want somebody to do is be like, oh my God, I saw your spouse and they look like shit. Like that bothers me tremendously. So I'm very big. Or I seen your spouse and child, they was just a switching down the street. Oh, was they okay? So I'm very big on like how we present and how we represent. Like now, even with being on this show, I'm very subconscious that when I'm out in these streets, people are going to know, oh, he's that panelist on the In Black. And the last thing I need is somebody to call Peach and be like, your host, your guest host out here looking crazy. Like your panel person out in this motherfucker, and you should see him. Like this motherfucker look like Noxzema from Two One Food. Like what the fuck? Like I would never disrespect anything that I allow myself to be a part of in that manner. So that's my answer.
Not Noxzeme, but oh my God.
Ugly ass character. I don't know what the fuck they're going through.
Donna,
That like way back in the day, Noxzema. What? Put that stuff on your face and let it dry for a little bit.
No, not that one. I'm talking about the movie Two One Food. Wesley
Yeah, I
Snipes character.
remember that
Wesley
movie.
Snipes character.
I remember the white. Yeah, I remember that movie. Could I get the question again? Cause I was listening to
Yeah.
Dre. And he was so interested, and I forgot what the question was.
Is being too femme or too masculine still judged in 2026? And feel free to expand upon it when it comes to dating or anything else.
Yeah, well, in the non community, I'm gonna say the community and the non community. You know, they really judge like the men that are like more flamboyant and like really like go over extra nowadays, letting they really let people know, this is me, this is who I am, this is how I am. And as far as like for the masculine, I think like for me, when I'm out in the street, like it was this one incident. I was getting out my car, and it was a man and his girlfriend, and I was getting out my car, and they was going into the store, and I was going into the store, and she was looking at me real hard, and then I'm sure her boyfriend seen her looking at me like that, and then he looked back at me like what you want, what you want to do. It ain't my fault your woman find me attractive. But at that point, I feel that a lot of people in the non community, they see us, as far as like some of us, like, me being masculine, they don't understand why I want to be that way. But that's because that's just who I am. I don't need to explain to them why I want to be masculine and why I wear masculine clothes, because that's what I'm comfortable in. But like I said, some of the non community, they don't understand like how some of the men, they look like men, but they kind of like act feminine. A lot of them don't understand that. But like I said, I'm glad we have this in black, so we can get that out there so they can understand.
So I have a question for you, Donna, just to play devil's advocate.
Hmm.
Like you said, the non I'm from just imagine I'm from the non-community, right?
Hmm.
I love that. The non-community. And you said you wear men's clothes because you're comfortable, right?
Right. Hmm.
Now, what if a person, how would you respond to a person from the non-community that says, okay, there are female variations to the clothes that you are wearing. Why don't you choose to wear those and still be feminine?
Because I'm not comfortable in going to the section of a woman's section and buying, spending my money on women's clothes, when I know that when I put that on, I'm probably gonna look like more like a woman. I mean, there's women clothes that you can buy that are like unisex, might, but it just the mental going into a woman's store and shopping for a woman clothes, even if it might, I put it on, I might still look masculine. It's a mental thing where I just can't see myself spending money on. Now, don't get me wrong, I have gotten some female sneakers because they look kind of masculine too. But as far as like, I have yet in my life really go into a woman's store and buy anything besides like sports bras. I wear boxer briefs, but I wear sports bras. But as far as like, I can't see myself going into a woman's store and buying anything from a woman. I can't. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Thank you, Donna. All right, Zay.
Um, well, I u- I used to think that there was a such thing as being too feminine when it came to the males and being gay, because I used to feel like that when it comes to them being gay, it's okay to be like a little soft, but being a nigga with nails to me used to be like, oh, that's crazy. He going overboard. Or a nigga who wants to have a beard but have 30 inches of Brazilian in his hair with lip gloss shining bright as hell with hoops in his hair. But then now I just be looking at it and just be like, oh, like
So,
it's every day now.
that's
But the
that.
only difference is they're not just too feminine now, they're becoming cold. They're becoming cold women. Or at least their outer appearance appears for them to be women.
Yeah.
All right, go Zay. Listen, this is in black. If y'all can't take it raw, then get off. Cause you gonna hear some stuff. It's in black and it's from people in the community. How
Exactly.
about that? Mm. So for me to answer this question, is being too femme or too mask still judged in 2026? Yes. It's judged like I love Donna's new word and I'm going to use it. It's judged in a non-community and it's judged within the community, right? panel, right? And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Does it seem like on both sides is a problem with femininity? Like it's a huge issue with it. It's an
Yeah.
issue over here and
Yeah.
it's an issue over there. It's
Yep.
like if you too feminine as a man, it is a whole problem
Yeah,
on
Right.
both
ex
sides.
Andre, one of his one of God rest his daddy's soul, but his daddy's ex girlfriend or wife when we went to what was that, like the memorial dinner thing? And she
Celebration.
said, "So which one of y'all are like the woman in the relationship?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was the celebration of life. Because she's always known me to be the out of all his kids. How can I put this nicely? I'm cute.
Mhm. Yeah.
So she's always known me to be like the very prissy. Um, I'm not. If I barbecue, I have, I'm not going to get my clothes dirty. And if I do get my clothes dirty when I do barbecue, I go change my whole outfit. Or if I sweat too much, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll go change because I don't like to sweat. But when she met Zay, she said Zay had a lot of femininity that she picked up immediately on because he has a soft voice. Like when he talks,
Mhm.
he's not hard like he think he is. And so she was like, "So don't kick my ass, but who's the bitch of the relationship?" And I said, "Well, we don't have that in our relationship. We equal opportunity fuckers in this household." And that's when she was like, "Oh, I don't know what the fuck that means. But she did say, excuse her dumbness too, because she was like, all she knew is from the gay people she hung out with is there's always one hard one and one soft one. So it
Oh,
blew her mind. Like even my brother, like when he called me a couple days later, because he was told the story, and he was like, I've never known you to ever be soft to the point that she would have to even ask a dumbass question like that. He's, I mean, you just prissy as a motherfucker, and I was like, I'll take that. Like I'm bougie, get over it.
right.
But it was a funny situation. Like Zay looked like when she asked the question, Zay was like, "Oh God." But she was like, "Let me excuse my ignorance. I'm just asking.
Right. She
I
just
don't."
came out.
She know not what she do. She not bright. Like
Dang.
This is
very
hilarious.
Very
like
blunt.
that.
Very blunt. Very to the point.
Yeah, she's very blunt. She's always, and then she was lit. She was already on like drinking
Oh
on
yeah.
like vodka
That
sticks.
give you some energy and some ego.
You
Yeah,
damn right, because before she said it, she said, "So, not to be in your business or nothing, but let me ask you a question, right?" And then she just came out and said, I was like, "Damn." Say, who the fuck is this bitch? Where the fuck she come from?
because the whole night everybody that kept looking kept trying to figure out
Yeah.
who
How
was
long
in
she
her
been
relationship.
waiting to ask that question?
Yeah, because everybody trying to figure out who was
We
who in
were
her
talking
relationship,
for a
and I'm
good
just like,
30, 45 minutes before she even came out and said
mm-hmm,
Oh
it.
God.
Oh my
Mm.
God. Okay, so it is a war on femininity. So
for
we all
sure.
agree on that,
Hey, I
right?
need my choreo.
Right.
And it's not just for men. Like when I
Mm-mm.
think of, okay, because I'm the person in the community that can switch it, I could jump on either side. I
Right.
feel like men, heterosexual men, feel a way about femininity, even in women. Look how they treat women. That's an attack on femininity, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So what is the problem? You don't want it in a man. You don't
So
want
you
it
mean
in
to
a
tell me you
woman.
can come outside tomorrow, Peach, and look like boys from the hood?
It's a attack on femininity. I'm sorry, 2026. Men have a problem with femininity.
They
Gay
do.
men and straight men, and it's wherever you find it. It's not even about the sex that is in. It's a problem
Abusers.
with that
Yeah.
feminine energy.
Because
Because men
we are.
treat, yeah, they treat women, heterosexual men. Come on, you gotta admit it. Some of
Yep.
y'all treat women like
Like
trash
shit. Yep. Like
because
definitely
they
like that.
feminine, but y'all treat y'all boys like they everything. So
Mhm.
it's an
Yep.
attack on the feminine energy.
So is there a
Now,
difference
for
between a straight man having a stud best friend in having a feminine or a masculine gay male best friend?
Yes,
Mhm.
they treat the stud best friend a little better, and I think again it's
Yep.
still a little disrespectful thing there because they still had that see that feminine energy, and they might be trying to get at it in a different way. So it's
Mhm.
still like a certain disrespect to me. And
Right.
the mask thing. Oh, did I disappear? Oh,
You
there I
did.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
So the whole thing, I don't know, with the whole mask thing, I feel like even there, it's not as a big issue with the films, but with the masculine energy, it becomes a problem when y'all try to connect without the feminine energy.
Mhm.
Then it becomes a problem when it's two masks. I don't care what it is, two masked females, two masculine males, and they go to judgment there because then there's not any feminine energy there. So it just gets a little
Right.
hairy. So, but then, you know, if you choose to be non-binary, then there's judgment there too. So it's like you gotta walk a very fine
Everybody
line.
got it. Yeah. Everybody judging.
Yeah, it's funny, but I think there's really an attack on feminine energy in the non-community and the community. But
Yeah.
let me play this video, y'all, and then y'all tell me what y'all think, right? Since we talking about is it, judgment being too femme and too mask or whatever. This video, look, watch it and just tell
Okay.
me, okay? Because my eyes were like, okay, here we go.
People perceive us as weird as a couple because we don't look like how they want us to look.
I'm a masculine presenting woman.
And I am a feminine presenting straight man. I say, I have a girlfriend, so why do you dress the way that you do? Because I like it. I like to be cute.
Okay, Dre, you know what? Go ahead, Dre.
I don't even know what to say about that.
He's like to set me up. Um,
Better you.
did he say he was a feminine straight man? What part of the LGBTQ population does that fall the fuck under? Is that not the same thing as gay? If I mean, here's my thing: if she's a masculine centered female and he's a feminine centered male, would that not just make them a trans couple?
Mm, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, right, Donna? You feeling me? You picturing this? Picture it, Sicily, 1962. Like this. Who fucking who is all I want to know. Because you can be still a male and be
Strap
cute.
on.
I know a
Mhm.
lot of men that are cute straight men. They just because it is what it is. Like there's a lot of men that are just masculine centered cute straight men. That's why everybody swoons over Shamar Moore and half of the people who were in Young and the Restless back in the day before they got their dad bods and started paying for their abs. So it's not hard to me to be that odd couple that didn't even define people think y'all odd. Y'all motherfuckers is odd.
I got a story.
Like odd. I just want to know who banging who. That gotta be one good verse ass relationship. Like sex gotta be the bomb with them because it gotta be a point where he gets to the point where he's overworking and it's like, ooh, I'm tired, and she be like, good, my turn. Like,
Yep.
like, like it just gotta be that is an interesting. I would like to see their OnlyFans page.
Me too.
Donna in your hands.
Don.
I mean, yeah, he really fits the feminine. I don't see her being. She don't look that masculine. I mean, but it's not always a look. But I have a story where I'm not mentioning names, but it was a friend. He's a heterosexual woman, and she was dating a supposedly heterosexual man, and but he wanted her to strap on and do him, and she said she did, and I'm not going to go into the gross stuff, but I'm like, he can't possibly be heterosexual if he, even though it's a woman doing it to him, he's still getting it in his anal. So with that couple, and in the video, I'm kind of confused because he definitely fit the flamboyant feminine man, and he's saying he's feminine, but he's with a woman. He has a girlfriend. So I'm like, I guess that's the new thing in our community that I never seen that commercial before. That's kind of like, I mean, we just got so much going on in our community. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm shocked with that one. I'm
Woo,
not confused.
Zay, Zay.
I don't get it. Oh,
For me, I
Unmute
didn't.
yourself.
I didn't. For me, I didn't hear the video. I just seen it. I don't know what they were saying though. Were they saying
They
something?
are a couple. They're a couple.
They said that they are a couple. He's a masculine, he's a feminine straight man because he likes to look cute,
I
and
mean,
she's
I
a
know straight
masculine,
men.
and she's
I
a
know straight
masculine.
men who date women. I know straight men who date women, and the man, like gets his nails and feet done, and maybe his eyebrows arched. I don't think it's nothing wrong with
He had
that.
on full acrylics.
and the belly.
Glow.
There's people who there's women who like their men that look like Uncle Clifford sometimes. Like I don't, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
it ain't the average norm, but different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, whatever make you happy.
Okay.
Cause
I can't. Sorry.
Woo.
I keep laughing. Let me read Talib's comment. Thank you for joining us, Talib. Talib said there is so much that can be taken away from that video. I mean, wow, so many thoughts go through my mind seeing that video.
Oh man.
Okay, so from my mind's eye, when I see that video, number one, clothes don't have a gender, right? Even though we look at him and say he wears some fly ass platforms and he tying them bitches up with his look like he got freaking acrylic nails on his toes. Um, and he is feminine presenting, and
Mhm.
she's definitely a white, I guess, stud, right? So wouldn't that make sense in nature? It's still that same archetype of a female and a male, right? It's just the energy is just a little switched off. Um,
Mhm. I,
definitely different. Makes me want. I would love to see the end of their journey because I'm having a feeling that that journey is not going to go the way they want it to go. I don't see any children in their future, but who am I? Um, but it does bring a thought in my mind. What if that's what we were supposed to do? Like if you're a masculine center woman, maybe you're supposed to get with a feminine man. Is that what nature was trying to do and we just doing something different?
no, it's no, because he still got that thing between his legs that I don't want nowhere near me.
Well, then that's when you accommodate and you do him.
Well, yeah, of course. I've had a lot
Yeah.
of gay men say you can strap on with me back in my days.
Okay. But that was definitely a interesting video. I was like, it challenges what what actually femininity and masculinity is. It doesn't belong to a certain body style or whatever. So,
Mm.
my next question after seeing that video. Mm, I'm still laughing because this video got my mind kind of messed up. It okay. All right. So, are we recreating straight relationship dynamics in queer spaces? Because
Yes.
that's what I felt that video was,
Yes.
in a sense. But y'all answer the question. I'm gonna put Dre up first.
Yes. So my since I started dating guys, here's my issue with the guys. I hate the terminology of there can only be one alpha in the household. Because of a number of things. Number one, most people don't even understand the definition of the word alpha. Let's start there. And then number two, there if first of all, if you're the alpha, which means you're reigning supreme, that means that everything around the house is centered around what you're bringing to the house. And so you can't be the alpha if between the two of us you're making less than I do. That's one. You can't be the alpha if your mindset isn't governed for the safety of the relationship. If your mindset does not hold the capacity to understand where we are and where we going, alpha ain't even in your definition of you. And so there cannot be so what I believe, and then I don't believe in I don't believe in top versus bottom. I don't believe in, because if I want ass, I'm going to get the ass. Don't worry when it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And so I'm very big on just do your role, but understand the assignment. Because if two kings are walking together, then there is room for the kingdom to grow faster and at a more mature rate, because kings understand where they're going. They understand the vision of the relationship. They understand what needs to be handled, how it needs to be handled, and then on top of it, they handle it decently and in order. There's an excellence that comes with kingship. And so I'm very big on relationship wise. I'm very big on making sure that we understand in a queer space. Baby, I don't give a damn who is banging who. Y'all still two men, or you still two women, or you still two in between, or however hell you want to be. But there is separate but equal space, because I don't even agree with this in a straight relationship. He's my husband. He's supposed to be X, Y, Z, and I don't want no man that don't take care of me. Then baby, be single. Because it's this new shit out called a job that all my ancestors then fought for you lazy assholes to go get one of. And so there's equality in the household. It ain't I work so I can do what I want to do with my money. If your husband lets you do that, baby, I'm all good with your husband. But at the end of the damn day, your ancestors fought for you to have a 1040 at the end of the year, you lazy bastard. Go get you a job. And I'm the same exact way with men. When it comes to men, I can't stand a man who's like, it's my man's job to take care of me. Bitch, I wish I would. My word says, man don't work, he don't eat. You gonna be one starving, homeless bastard if you think I'm a fitting to sit here and take care of you. I don't care how much money I'm bringing in. You won't have access to it. You ain't gaining no type of credit around it. It ain't even here to build you up, baby. This is money I earned. And so we got to get out of this stipulation, because none of us are truly house husbands or housewives, because that's like housewife. What they had the house spotless. No crumbs under the table, nothing out of place, everything put away, everything beautiful, immaculate. Them hoes scrub toilets and baseboards. Half you lazy motherfuckers these days don't even pick up a goddamn mop.
Hmm.
I've been waiting on this question. So this is the thing that to me, like this is why there's so much confusion in queer spaces because everybody wants to base themselves on something you ain't equipped to be. You woke up this morning, something swinging between your legs or an empty spot that you can put a finger in. At the end of the day, you grown, baby. Get you a job, get you your own. And then understand in a relationship, your job is to build together.
Right.
Eve was a helpmate for a reason. She might not have had the same assignment as Adam, but she understood how to cover him. You want benefits that you can't even do, that you can't handle the assignment for.
Mm-hmm.
So your first step is get you in order before you can try to get your house in order. Peach, go ahead. You started to set me up.
Don.
Woo! Well, I'm going to go on the other side with the women, like where it's like for us, it's like taboo for two studs to be together. Like I say, even with the community, it's like they would go in on that subject where it's like, why would two studs want to be together? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my women feminine, but I don't see nothing wrong with two studs because they still women. They have a lot in common also, but it's okay for two femmes to be together. It's okay for them to be, you know, together. It looks okay, two femmes, but not two studs. And that's in our own community where we have that taboo where I'm telling you, in some of these Facebook groups, when it comes to like two studs, it's like taboo. It's terrible. It's like what's the problem? I don't see a problem. I don't choose to be with a stud, but if I did, she's still a woman. But I my preference is to be with a feminine woman, a feminine female. But when it comes to a masculine centered woman and a feminine woman in a relationship, is always like the masculine woman has to act like the man, be the man of the relationship. You know, pay all the bills, um, flowers, blah blah blah, get your hair done, da, 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 da. And you know, but like in my relationship, I don't have that issue. You know, my girlfriend, she'll look out, she'll but she require a lot from me as far as like, but like I said, when it comes to our own community, when it comes to two studs, it's bad. They would go in and say, "Well, why would you want to be with another stud when?" And she's still a woman. Once she take her clothes off, she's gonna look just like me. She might have bigger titties, she might have smaller titties, but she's still gonna have women parts. And I just think when it comes to our community, we could be our own enemy, and I think that's wrong. I really think that's wrong.
Thank you, Don. All right, Zay, come on up.
Uh, I don't know. That's hard for me to say. I can't really answer that. I'm not sure because, like,
Yeah.
okay, like growing up, right? I dated somebody, right? That was the opposite sex of me, but we both knew that we liked the same sex. And now that we're grown, we had a baby together, but when we had the baby, she was a stud and
Mhm.
she wants to play the masculine role, but in the background of it, she wants to be the feminine one, but still play the masculine role. So
Wow.
I don't know. It'd be weird. It'd be crazy. So
Yeah, our community. No, well, our community is all like,
it's backwards for me. So I I
Yeah.
can see it on
Wow.
either way, you know.
Oh dang.
Thank you,
What?
Say. Let me answer this question. Are we recreating straight relationship dynamics in queer spaces? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Donna said it. When I first came onto the scene, that stud on stud thing, I used to be looking at studs like, oh my God, she's with a stud. I'm like, excuse me, ain't that a woman?
Right.
Will you take them clothes off? Ain't that two women?
Yep.
And then another thing in, female dynamics, maybe in the male and male dynamics. Why do we think the one with the most masculine energy got to provide,
Right.
protect, be the mechanic, be the house
Because they claim
painter?
that's what the man's supposed to do, and he's supposed to be masculine, right?
Yeah, but we are a whole separate community. Why are we bringing over those
Exactly.
gender roles that we tried to escape on this side of the fence? We should have just
Mm-hmm.
leave it over there.
That's why
Right.
they shouldn't separate the LGBTQ community from the straight community. Because what is the difference? What's
It's
the
like
difference? It's all the same.
the difference is you loving the same person, but it's just, it
Mhm.
why do we have to have these dynamics on either side?
Right.
Why does it have to be that? Why can't it just be I love this soul and me and this soul could work together? It shouldn't
Mhm.
be because you a little bit more have a little bit more domineering personality that you should be assigned
Right.
this task because you may not be great at that. I
Exactly.
might be great at that, so I don't understand it for, like Donna said, the
Right.
non-community, but really for our community, I
Mhm.
really don't get what the hell are we doing? It's like going to jail and then escaping jail and then putting yourself in another jail. What's the what is the point?
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't get it.
I don't want to follow the
Even
non-community.
right. And
I
then,
want to do my own thing.
we just do so many different things and then we hold each other to that standard.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why are we holding each other to that standard? It just doesn't make sense. And then
Right.
our lifestyle, we model it behind the what is it? The nuclear family. Let's
Mm.
get the house, two
Mhm.
kids and two cars. When
Right.
really we just want the rainbow house and a party or something. Like we might want something simple, but we try to normalize everything. It's just we're just them sleeping with the same person,
Mhm.
the
Exactly.
same sex. It doesn't make sense, and we do it. We
Mm-hmm.
scream about them, we scream acceptance, but we're still trying to model behind them, and they're looking like, well, why don't you just come
Right.
over here? Because you're doing it anyway.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We just look like rebels, I guess. All right. And so for my next video, so we talk about feminine and masculinity, right? Um, and I think this guy, he's funny to me, but y'all let me know what y'all think about him.
Okay.
Feminine and masculine men. We always going to have feminine and masculine women. Which none of that is going away. The quicker we accept the fact that there's so many different people living on this spectrum, the quicker we're gonna get along. Some people are a little bit more masculine than others. Some people are more feminine than others. And that's okay. I don't understand why some people are so pressed about a boy wearing a fucking earrings. Like don't we have anything better to do? Like, there are actual crimes that need to be fought. There are actual criminals out there walking around, and you want to be pressed about my motherfucking ear.
You're right. You're right.
You're on mute, Peach.
I said I like him. He's
Yeah,
like, listen, all the shit y'all can worry about, you worried about my goddamn earrings. All right.
exactly.
Did anybody want to say anything about this video before I ask my next question? What did y'all think about him? Anybody got anything they want to share?
I
No,
just
he
want
right though. As far as like he's saying, and it's not even in the non-community; it's in our community. Because I don't, like you might see like a flint. I think like with me, I kind of like get kind of a little embarrassed when I see like them gay boys out there that very flamboyant and just do the most where they just take it to like, and I get embarrassed and to be in the community when it comes to them because I mean they are
them.
very loud.
Yeah,
They're very boisterous. They're very over the top. They very some like, extra ghetto, extra just, and it's unnecessary. You want to be heard. A lot of them want to be seen, heard, and that's how you get, mm, you know, compute. You gotta, keep. Sometimes you don't have to be all like that, and this could be embarrassing to me being in the community with that. When they do that.
All right, Donna Dre, you had something you wanted to say?
I just want to know if Boy George and George Michael had a child, that would be the motherfucker right there. But I'm with Donna. Like I when I first came into the lifestyle, I really didn't want to be in the lifestyle because everybody was so extra. It was like everybody got to be heard, everybody got to be seen, and then it's like as soon as something don't go the way that they want it to go, because a lot of these motherfuckers think they're entitled, it becomes a whole fight scene. You know what I mean? Oh my God, who he talking to? Child, and you don't know I will bust your. First of all, like
Yeah.
my granddaddy told me, he said, never put your hands on a female, but always beat a bitch's ass. Two different things.
Mhm.
And I'm a person. I do not like to fight, but I am an equal opportunity ass whooper because at the end of the day, you're going to be treated as such that you think you are. I hate in this lifestyle that
Mhm.
it is the people in this lifestyle, they do not know how to communicate, but yet they always think that the answer to every situation is always, if you don't like it, let's fight. That is the gayest, stupidest shit I've ever heard
Mhm.
in my life.
Right.
Like I hate that. I hate the fact that in this lifestyle, like there are a lot of people who are stuck with childhood mentalities. They think as a child, they act like children, they perform like children, they talk like children. Everything is girl, child, honey. Like
Right.
I need folk to understand, and I'm so serious when I say this. When you turn 21, it's time to put behind you the shit you've been through. It's time to put behind you blaming everybody for your situations. And it's time for you to walk into the adult you are claiming to be. I stand on that 10 toes down with all genders, with all creeds, with all nationalities. If you are a
Right.
human being and you are bleeding red blood, there comes a time where you got to put your childhood ways behind you because, baby, you are not slowing down nobody but yourself. And the way I grew up and the way that I look at things, even as an adult, is I'd be damned if I have fought this hard to become an adult, to have myself in the same situation my family's been in for 40 and 50 years.
Mhm.
I told my mom today, we were talking, and I said, I would never allow myself. She said, like, she actually said to me at one point, I was upset with you because it was like you always thought you were better than us. I said, I never thought I was better than y'all, but I'd be damned if I'm going to suffer the way y'all suffered. Like, y'all struggled and still ain't got nowhere. Still ain't got shit to prove for yourself. It's like you went and bought a house. Whoop de fucking do. And so I'm a person like, what are you doing with your time? Because when you die, they won't remember shit about you but your name and what you accomplished. Where is the accomplishments at? Why would somebody want to be in a relationship where the whole time the relationship is a struggle when you're supposed to build together? So it's like put some
Mhm.
shit away, put some shit on the back burner. Okay, this is what I grew up doing. But now that I'm grown, let me change my ways so that we can build together. And I can
Mhm.
see shit I ain't never seen before.
All right.
You know, and that's the thing that bothers me. Like this lifestyle don't they it, long as some you 50 years old, what the fuck is you still in the gay club for?
Right.
And you ain't even fuck a cute old gay person. You missing half your teeth, bitch. You got veneers on the teeth you do got. Like, motherfucker, grow up. What is you relevant on? Nothing.
Exactly.
You 60 years old and you still live in the fucking government housing. But you drive a Mercedes. Bitch, where? What?
Yeah, priority.
Your priorities are fucked.
Yep.
Grow up. You 72 with a fucking 22-year-old. That nigga, you is a provider. You a check.
Mhm.
Grow up. So I'm big on that because it's embarrassing to be part of a culture where people look at the culture and nothing is growing in the culture unless they're on fucking TV. And even then they're a fucking mess. Because if I hear fucking Billy Porter give his Donnie McClurkin story one more fucking time, I swear to God, I'm cutting off shit. I was molested growing up. So were 2.9 million other fucking people.
Mhm.
When do you get therapy and get through it? Stop using that to help catapult your career. Because I
Yep.
believe what you speak into the atmosphere, oh, that keeps coming back to you, baby.
Mhm.
So if you're going to keep playing victim, God going to be like, oh, you ain't got over this yet? You right, you a victim. But when do we, okay, Uncle Cleo touched you. That's cool. Did you ever tell your daddy to whoop Uncle Cleo ass? Hell, when you got old enough to whoop Uncle Cleo ass, did you whoop Uncle Cleo ass? Because you owed him an ass whooping.
Yep.
Like I certain things I just don't feel sorry for no more. I'm just like, nah, baby. I used to feel sorry for people like that, but after Donnie told his story 150,000 fucking times and still in the closet, and now you got Billy Porter doing the same exact thing with that fucked up head of his, and you got all this goddamn money. I know you sick, baby, but goddamn, get a good pressing iron. That shit works. And some iron drops. Let's stop using what we've been through as the excuse of why we can't grow. And for God's sakes, be a fucking
Mhm.
human. You too grown to want to be some shit that's on TV making money because they ain't got shit else to do with their life but look like fools. I'm done. There's my rant for the night.
Say.
I'm going to skip because he been gone for so long. I don't even know what y'all was even. I don't even know what y'all is talking about right now. To be honest,
So we was talking about the video. If you must didn't see it.
Easy, okay.
All right.
I
Then we'll
blame
talk.
Donna for my answer.
I'll take it. I'll be the problem.
So my next question, based off of that video, are masks and film identities authentic or are they learned behaviors? You think people just were born that way to be, or they just learned it and just say, you know what, I like that. I'm gonna roll with that. Let's start with Donna. Actually, let's start with
Oh,
Zay. What do you think, Zay?
okay.
I'm gonna say they liked it and they learned it.
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
go
that's what
both
I'm gonna
ways.
go
It
with
can go
because
both ways.
some people like they start out one way, but then they see something and then they start hanging around more people of that kind, and then they're like, hey, let me try it and see what I look like, or let me see what I feel like, or the attention I get. And then because they get more attention than the others got, they stick to that, that way. So it's like, if I would have never been introduced to it, I probably would have never tried it, or I probably would have never known what it was like to have that. Because you can look one way and get less attention, and then transform and get more attention than you did when you look the other way.
Okay, Zay. All right, Donna, you up
Yeah.
next.
Um. Well, I've seen well, with as far as like I'm gonna speak on me as far as authentic. I was always this way. I never was like, oh, let me change over and see how it is to be a femme or dress like one or be one. But I know a lot of studs. I know a lot of studs that will they are masculine centered, but they do change over and be feminine. Like they can do both ways. And I guess that's something that I don't know if it's authentic, but I know it's probably something that they're comfortable with. But I don't see myself like saying, hey, let me be feminine, let me put on some makeup and wear high heels and tight clothes, because I'm authentic with myself. This is the way I am, and this is like I'm not gonna change. Like maybe for Halloween I might say, oh, let me maybe dress up like a femme. That's because it's Halloween, something like that. But as far as like just to do it, I know a lot of studs that you looking at them, they very masculine, then the next day they very feminine, and you be like, wow. Okay. So I don't know. Sometimes it could be where it's authentic, where people are the way they are, they're not gonna change over, they're not gonna, and there's some feminine women also that will change over and sometimes look like a stud. And I guess they call them like some of them femme aggressives or whatever, but I can't see myself. I'm very authentic to my masculine centered self. So yeah, but there's some people that can that it's like, as you said, there's they can change over and be one way one day and the next day the next day. So that's what I got.
Thank you, Donna. All right,
Mhm.
Dre.
Next week's show, Donna's coming in with a bust down and a mini skirt.
I might just do that and shock you just to be fun.
Listen, I'm with the shits, Donna. I think they're learned behaviors. I think, like they said, it's attention seeking behaviors. A lot of things that need to grow. I definitely feel that uh, many people just do things to be seen, and because they get the attention, it makes them feel some type of way. That's why a lot of people are in the positions that they're in life. But we live in a see me now society. Everything's show and tell.
Mhm.
All right. For me to answer this, I think it depends on the person's mental stability and how much they know themselves. If
Yeah.
you know yourself, you'll be authentic. If you are mentally unstable or um, just not stable, period, then I think you just fumbling around in life and trying stuff until it fits. So,
Yeah.
that is my answer. So I have two more questions. I'm gonna play this last video. I think y'all gonna think it's cute. Um, then we're gonna put the link and invite anybody down up to ask a question. But here's the last video.
Feels feminine with gay too much. Think about all of the major and iconic rock stars of the world. All I gotta do is name one, Prince. You know what I'm saying? The ultimate feminine male master. Able to get the finest women in the world that the quote unquote masculine men will never be able to get. Because women like very interesting things. That masculine, tough guy, everybody has that look. It's giving very much yawn.
Yawn. Oh God.
Funny. That was funny.
That is funny, but I
So
agree with him.
Yawn. Yeah, I agree too. Prince was the ultimate.
oh
He could have got it from me.
I think every era had a ultimate though. I think at one point it was Elton John, at another point it was George Michael. Prince really became hot once he got his bob.
Prince could have had him. Rick James could have had him.
Rick
They all
James
could have
was
had
the
him.
ultimate super freak. Yeah, like Rick James was.
Yeah, for all you know,
Mike was
what's
a
his
Mike.
name? Money
Mike had a
Mike.
bunch of bitches that nobody knew about.
Michael
Like
Jackson too. Shit,
that's
Michael
what I said.
Jackson. He
Mike had
might.
a bunch of bitches nobody even knew about.
Uh-huh.
At one point, hell, Don
All
Fernandez
you
had.
gotta do is dance and sing too.
Yeah, yeah. I
See,
mean, you
On
exactly.
know,
That
at
lets
one
you know
point,
that it don't matter whether you feminine or masculine or the
right.
prettiest man or the
But I mean,
masculine looking
with that
man or
badass
we
eyeshadow
both
he had,
going to sleep
nobody
with
gonna.
bonnets and waking up with our face beat, you know. You know.
right.
You gonna get who you get. I just feel nobody's looking at him like that motherfucker looked like he was pushing, like he was auditioning for a corpse. Like what the fuck? Giving yawn. You're giving dead. Thriller.
Yawn.
You
Like
know,
Right.
women like when a man probably be like, honey, today we're gonna go. We're gonna get our nails done. We're gonna get our feet done.
Right.
We're gonna get some highlights in our hair, honey.
that's
You
half of
Mhm.
know.
Hollywood though.
Then we're
Like
gonna go get the kids. They love that.
that's half of Hollywood though. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I do feel like women. Some women do like men who keep themselves up.
Mhm.
I know, because I mean, let's be real. When Prince had that Jerry curl, y'all was not fucking stunting Prince with that curl. Like, fuck out of here. Like Prince did not become hot till that motherfucker got that full body wax done and came out with that motherfucking that short bob that
Oh,
Marcus used to try to
God.
copy. Like that's when Prince became the most beautiful girl in the world. Prince is when everybody like, oh my god, did you see Prince? That's when he did a dumb fucking when he had that Jerry curl number out jeans, bitch. Y'all was not stunting. Y'all didn't even start stunt Mike till he came out with "You Are Not Alone" and y'all realized that nigga had abs.
Right.
And Mike had abs his whole fucking life. Y'all was still
Mhm.
stuck the fuck on James Brown, bitch. Where?
Right.
Then it became Ron Isley and that crippled bastard horrible. Like then it was R. Kelly. Y'all see how that turned out?
Yeah.
Cause he ain't seen nothing wrong with bumping and grinding.
Nope.
so my question for y'all, let me get back on this screen, then we gonna end it.
Hmm.
And Dre, you stay up there. Do you think people perform masculinity or femininity for acceptance?
Absolutely. I am gonna act like whoever I'm with so that they can accept who I am. There are carbon copies. There are no authentic people in today's times. And I stand on that 10 toes down. It is very hard to find somebody who is authentically themselves and okay with the fact that if you don't like me, you just don't like me. Like we say it, I don't give a fuck about nobody, but baby, we do. And that's from all angles across the board. Like I feel like we are the biggest fear we have is being successful for being ourselves.
Mm,
I agree.
Donna.
I agree. I agree. Um. I. Mm, I mean, maybe I'm an exception because I mean, but no, I agree with Dre was saying. Everybody want to be accepted. Everybody wants to be you know yeah, validated, approved. So yeah, I agree, and that's all I gotta say. But yeah, he right. He said it all. Dre said it all.
All right, Zay. Do you think people perform masculinity or femininity for acceptance?
I wouldn't say that they perform one or the other for acceptance, but I will say they do a lot of things, or they do certain things or make themselves look like a certain image to be accepted to fit in for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's great.
Well, I think people do actually take on roles, masculine and feminine roles for acceptance, but I think they do it because you feel the urge to step in. Like in a relationship, if you're with someone that's less domineering, then you might step into your masculine energy and take control. Um, and I think, yeah, you do it because you feel like that's the space you could fit in with that person, and vice versa. I also think we do it at our jobs and stuff. I think we do it everywhere we go, even with
Mhm.
our parents. Like it's always that one more dominant kid that the parent can give responsibility to. I guess that would be stepping into masculine centered roles.
Mhm.
Even in your career, there's always that one person that steps up when everybody else want to step down. I guess they're in the masculine centered role. So yeah, I do. I think we all do it for acceptance. I don't think anybody just actually just show up and just be like, yeah, I'm me. I'm with Dre. I'm me, and you gotta take this shit. I'm not feminine, I'm not masculine. And then they're standing there like I'm not masculine, I'm not feminine. Then this relationship is just
Mhm.
floating there, right? So yeah, I agree with all of you guys. So let's come on the screen. The last question is very simple.
Mhm.
Very, 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 very simple. Let me find it. If we removed, because the other question is kind of a little hard, but we kind of answered it. If we remove the labels masculine and feminine, just like tomorrow, today, just immediately, who would you be?
Done.
Unapologetic.
I'd be DMX and Tyra Banks mixed together.
Oh,
That's an ugly ass combination.
What? I'll be the mask and the film.
okay. I'm just gonna
Who
be
would you
Diamond
be?
Time.
You just gonna be
Me.
Donna.
Yep. I don't want to be nobody else but me.
So I say too, Donna. Unapologetically me.
You just be you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you say, oh, the people don't just wake up and be like, hear this shit, you gotta deal with it. That's me every day. Like, what you want from me? I'm
Love
just,
me or leave me.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you'll just be you. And whatever your that's why I didn't ask the questions. Is attraction to masculine and femme a preference or internal bias? If you're just being your authentic self, then it's just whatever you
Right.
I
like,
think
right?
it's an attraction based upon what you're looking for though, because I do feel like there are some men out here, not gonna call no names, that are just naturally attracted to femininity and men who act like females or are more feminine because it makes them feel closer to their family members.
Mhm.
It makes them feel closer to normal people, what they consider to be normal people. And then there are some like me. I do not like over feminine men. I really have a problem with it. Like, and I don't have, and it's crazy, but I just feel like if I'm going to date a female, I'm going to date a female. You know what I mean? So if I'm looking for a man, it's like, yeah, I'm dating a man for a reason. I don't want a man that's going to be, everything is lip smacking, high gloss lips, and fucking belly shirts, and press on nails, or acrylics, and you talking like
That's
this
how I made it.
That's a
um,
lot. Or
yeah,
they a backflip. You show up at a club and they just do a backflip and scream.
yeah, that bothers the shit out of me.
I was like, what the hell is this? This man just woo! I'm like, what
Yeah,
the hell?
yeah. What drugs did you take before you walked through these doors? That's what I'll be asking. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
But I don't want to
Uh,
be with a woman that's overly masculine neither, or very aggressive neither,
yeah.
as my girlfriend is.
I don't know. I like masculine energy wherever I can find it. Whether it's in a female body or it's a male body, I like masculine energy. So that's just who I am, what I like.
Yes.
Do I think it's an internal bias? No. I just like
Mhm.
it.
That's your preference. Yeah, that's your
Yeah,
preference.
it's my preference. What Zay, what you have to say about it?
I like them both. It just depends on how feminine or masculine they are or their personality.
Oh, okay. Okay. I tried to date a femme. It was
Really?
very interesting. It forced me to have to jump into the inner masculine of myself.
Of course. Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't want to stay in this lane. This lane. No, I don't want the responsibility of this shit. I gotta go. This
Right.
ain't for me.
Oh gosh.
But
Mm-mm.
that was our show in black. I guess I'll drop the link. Whoever wants to come up and ask a question, you only have a few seconds.
Yes. Come on up.
And we
Don't
hope you
sleep.
You
enjoyed
worse
the
you
show.
worse than the Uber Lyft people.
Did
They be
y'all
like we're
learn
they be like
anything?
we're approaching in 2 and 3, and then they get there and be like we're ready to pull off in a minute.
Shit, I'm with them though. Shit, my time is my money. Like, absolutely.
Oh
Did
god.
y'all learn anything? I put the link in the chat. Anybody
Hmm.
want to come up, say anything, ask a question on the panel? Did y'all learn anything while we were waiting?
I learned that our viewers are so scared to pop that ass up on the screen.
Hey, come on now.
Not talking about you though,
Oh,
Liv.
we ain't judging. It's all love over here. I
You
learned a lot about masculine and feminine. Even though I know that because I'm been in the community for like most of my life, so I know all about that. So, but I learned some stuff. Yeah, especially that video with the feminine man and the masculine woman. That overthrew me right there. But
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit. So I was like,
and there's probably a
yeah.
lot of them out there like that. But I do know a lot of studs that back in the day when I was growing up would date trans women. And did I think I did too, but I didn't know.
Mm.
Oh,
Cause we
okay.
didn't we didn't we didn't have sex, but we was in the bed together and she claimed that something happened with her clit and blah blah blah. So after that, I didn't. But she was a stripper. She took me to when she stripped in Jersey. But I think she was a trans woman. I really think so. But
There's a lot
because we
going
didn't
on,
have
Donna.
sex,
I come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
What was going on, Donna? God.
They come take
I
her.
really did. But she was beautiful though and tall. But hey, I was young.
In love with a stripper. She trying. She.
Yeah, I don't know, Donna. This is
Yeah, I
That's a
think
lot.
after I thought about it down the line, I was like, wait a minute.
Oh
You
man.
I ain't get to touch nothing down there. I ain't get to me ain't nothing. So I think it was, but I think she liked me so much that she didn't want to tell me. But I think so because she too many stories that we
Oh,
ain't do
okay.
nothing.
It's
All right.
great.
Well, nobody's coming up, so we might as well close this out. Dre, take it away with the canvas and cocktail.
I see
Once
it on the screen.
again, guys, May the 10th, 2016, that's literally 2 weeks from today, we are hosting our first Canvas and Cocktails. Don't worry, it's going to be more, guys. They're only going to get much more interesting. But
Yes.
your tickets are on sale now. QR code is at the bottom of your screen. Get your tickets today. We're going to let these things rock out for another 7 days and see where we stand because there is a minimum that we are looking for this event. I'm not even gonna hold y'all because it is what it is. But we need you guys to partake in this event by coming out, having some drinks on us, having some wine on us, having a fun ass night on us. We might mess around to a live damn show. Who never knows what might happen with Black? We ain't got
Right.
F good damn. So
Right.
come on
I
out.
know a lot of people come and got
Cast.
a lot of questions for us when you do
That's
come.
it.
I know you do.
Meet the cast of In Black. Ask all the questions you want to ask. And let's get this thing popping. We got some other events coming this year that are going to be, or within the year, that's going to be phenomenal. Don't forget, also on the website, tickets are on sale for our IME cruise. You want to definitely hop on that. We are taking over Virgin Voyages. Ain't none of us virgins, but we gonna be on that bitch. Oh, interesting. Come virgin, leave experience. It's gonna be
And
a
don't
time.
forget your merch because I just got my shirt, my in black shirt.
And don't forget to get your In Black shirt, your In Black mug. Next week
Yeah,
we'll have
nice shirt. Nice shirt.
and comforter sets and shower curtains and
Hey,
you know
that and hoodies.
we
Hey,
gonna have an In Black bust down. Let's just be ready for In Black, damn it. What you
take it
know?
to the limits, you know?
That
Hey.
Y'all is crazy. Oh my God. Well, that is our show. I guess we done scared everybody away with all these different videos. And I guess that couple just took everybody out.
Yeah, it took me out. Like, oh boy.
Oh
Something
God. Well, this
else
was
in our
this was
community.
in black, y'all. Join
Yeah.
us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. ish, where we talk about more things LGBTQ plus in black. It's always exciting. Hopefully, the remainder of our panel or the rest of our panel will be here. Y'all have a fab week. We'll see y'all next
So,
Tuesday. Panel, tell them
good
good
night,
night,
y'all. Thank you for
goodbye,
joining. Good night.
later, bye.
adios next week.